forever. Hear that? So anybody tell you ain't under the law, they lying. Because he just said the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life. You're going to be able to eat of the tree of life and live forever. But such as leave it shall die. You're going to be thrown in the lake of fire. You're going to be melted. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, meaning we the 12 tribes of Israel. Take hold of what? Take hold of the laws of the Most High. Walk in the presence of the light thereof. That's how you come out of darkness, ignorance, not knowing. By going into the laws of the Most High, learn them, live and apply them in your life when the book is closed. That thou mayest be illuminated. You're going to be shining beyond what you can even imagine. See? So that let you know clearly right there. You follow the Most High's laws, you're going to see everlasting life. Look at Proverbs 13 and 12. Hope, which is faith, deferred maketh the heart sick. Faith deferred maketh the heart of the mind sick. When you have no faith, your mind, you can tell people have all these problems. It's like they dealing with all this negatives because their faith is weak. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. You hear that? Making your mind sick. You can't think right. But just a condition you all must listen to. But when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. You see? It's a tree of life, man. Because you're going to have it. You're going to have the right perspective of the right way of thinking, the right way of life, right way of doing everything that you need to do. In following the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, you can receive everlasting life, period. Period. That's what it's all about. No more, no less. You shouldn't want anything else but that. That's going to make it right. Only way it's going to be right. See, look at verse 19. It says, desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is abomination to fools to depart from evil. You see? You hear that? It's abomination of fools to depart from evil. What is it saying? It's like we know it's abomination to do anything that's contrary to the rules and regulations of the Most High, His law, statutes, commandments, but it's abomination to the fools to depart from evil. You understand? That's opposite. Like I say, the wicked, they read the Bible backwards, opposite of the way we read it forward. It means this. That's why I say we know that if we keep the laws of the Most High, we would not be a fool. But fools, to do righteousness, going to be an abomination if they got to depart to a fool, if they got to depart from evil. It's crazy, but it's real. It's real talk. Proverbs 13 and 13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed. Hear that? Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed. But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Hear that? You despise the word, you shall be destroyed. But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. I mean, you're going to be keeping the commandments, and you're going to fear the judgment that come from breaking the commandments. Verse 14, the law of the wise is a fountain of life. Hear that? The law of the wise is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death, the traps of death. Let you know death have traps in it. The trap over here, trap over there, next thing you know, people dead. The law of the wise is a fountain of life. That's what we're looking at. That's what we want. To depart from the snares of death, to depart from the traps that can catch you up, next thing you know, you dead. And then there's the judgment. What you gonna do then? Ain't nothing you can explain. It's already laid out in the books. This is what you did, this is what you did, this is what you did. You're gonna be subject to con, sir. Then the judgment. That's it. Look, Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of the Most High are in every place. You hear that? The eyes of the Most High are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. The eyes of the Most High are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. Look at that. The eyes of the Most High. We talk about that a lot, so we got to bring out the eyes of the Most High is in every place, right? So it tells you in Ecclesiasticus, in the Apocrypha, chapter 23, verse 19. It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000, I repeat, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. The eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. We can't even look up at the sun. Can you imagine 10,000 times brighter than the sun? Beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. Look at Ecclesiasticus 17:15. Their ways are ever before him, before the Most High, and shall not be hid from his eyes. Verse 19. Therefore all their works, everything you do, everything we do, are as the sun before him. Now his eyes 10,000 times the one sun that we looking at. So I said, therefore all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways. Okay. None of their unrighteous deeds are hid from him, but all their sins are before the Most High. See? Understand this, overstand that point. So when we're looking at Proverbs 15:3, the eyes of the Most High are in every place.
Q&A mode is on. Participants may now unmute themselves.
Beholding the evil and the good. Beholding the evil and the good. It says, a wholesome tongue is a tree of life. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life. But perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. You know, wholesome tongue meaning someone that's really speaking on what they've learned and meditating on these laws of the Most High. To bring, you know, the spirit of uplifting. But a perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit, man. Makes you feel bad. Look at Revelation 2:7. Revelation 2nd chapter, the 7th verse. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of the Most High. That you know, the flaming sword is going to be taken away from it. And if you overcome, what you got to overcome? You got to overcome the wiles of the devil. Got to overcome this. 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober. 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober. Be focused. Don't be no drunk. Be vigilant. Because your adversary, your enemy, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. You got to overcome that. The devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, where? Going up and down, to and fro in the earth, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, believing in the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So we all going through this. That's why it says you in Ecclesiastes 2 and 1 in the Apocrypha, when you come to serve the Most High, prepare your soul for temptation, for the devil. Same thing happened to Mashiach Yahushua. He was 30 years old, getting ready to start his ministry. And what happened? He fasted and prayed. The devil came to him, tempting him. And he went to the law every single time to rebuke him. So that's what we got to do. We got to really look at getting ourselves together and preparing ourselves. Preparation is very important. That's every day, all day. By remembering these words and the conditions that our ancestors have went through in this Bible that worked. Solutions that work. That's what I look for, solutions. And that's what you can get. If you go over these lessons I'm bringing forth, look at all praise to the Most High. Look at Revelation 22 and 2. Revelation 22 and 2. In the midst of the street of it, let's read verse 1. And he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb. This Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, sitting on their throne, right? And it says, in the midst of the street of it, and on either side of the river was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manners of fruits, and yielded her fruits every month, and the leaves, the trees were the healing of the nation, right? So this is like the water of life is like the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? So when you look at this river is firmament, the ozone layer, what divides or separates the outer space to the highest you can go to the dome that the Most High have over the earth, and its elements from earth, its atmosphere and elements is invisible. The throne of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, you see that in we're going to see that in Acts 7 and 49. Acts 7:49. Acts 7:49. Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me? Said the Most High. Or what is the place of my rest? Hath not my hand made all these things? See? So the Most High let you know heaven is his throne. That's the fourth dimension where he dwells. And the Mashiach Yahushua, as we see it here, is the throne of the Most High and of the Lamb. So you look at the midst of the street on either side, both sides of the ozone layer is dealing with. The tree of life is right here is dealing with 12 manner of fruits, which represent what we would know as the zodiac, but not necessarily the zodiac, because it's dealing with the stars known as the constellations. They can be seen from the earth in heavenly places, as we looking up at them, but it's representing 12 manner of fruit, different readings each month, 12 total in the year, 12 months of the year, which is wisdom and knowledge and understanding of how all these nations gonna come under order of the Most High's laws. Why he say they're gonna be beaten with a rod of iron, which is the laws of the Most High, what the Mashiach Shai got to deal with, and bringing them out of idolatry to bow down and worship the Most High. Proverbs 3:13. Proverbs 3:13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. What we just read. She is a tree of life, verse 18. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her. And happy is every one that retaineth her. The retainer in your spirit. You see? Look at Genesis 1:14. This is the first chapter, verse 14. And the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, and to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. See? So that's why I say all this is correlating with the way the Most High created everything in the first place. It's just the fact of the matter is, what we're dealing with now is being under those that's never going to know the way of the Most High. Therefore, this is what happened to the earth and the people that's in the earth, following the ways of the way of the earth. It says in Psalms 82:5, they know not, they don't know, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. That's ignorance, not knowing, being dumbfounded, stupid. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. That's why when you go back to Genesis 1:14, the Most High said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons. That's what these 12 manner of fruits are. And for days and years. It says, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And the Most High made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, which is the sun, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. He made the stars at this time. So look at Ecclesiasticus, 13th chapter. So you know we're going to come back to this. But the true order of how the Most High have everything set up from the beginning. And nobody going to transgress his law in the kingdom. Ecclesiasticus 13:2. Ecclesiastes. Let me see. Ecclesiastes, not Ecclesiasticus. Salaki. Salaki. Let's see. It was a judgment. Ecclesiasticus 13, I was right, and verse 2. Burden not thyself above thy power while thou livest. So don't be burdening yourself above what you really can do yourself, the power that you have within yourself. And have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. For how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if the one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken. But you know, hey, they're going to have the advantage over you. The rich man have done wrong. The rich man have done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wronged, and he must entreat also. You see? If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. If you be for the rich man's profit, he gonna use you. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. You don't have nothing, he ain't gonna care nothing about you. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear. Take everything you got and will not be sorry for it. This is very important to listen to because, you know, these are the things we're looking at. And then when you see the judgment come down, how it's going to come down as it is written, then you know why. If he have need of thee, if he have need of you, he will deceive thee. Just like we just see what the serpent did to Eve and Adam. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee. Remember, deceive the whole world? That old serpent that we read about in Genesis, the 3rd chapter? If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee. The first lie ever told was by him. And smile upon thee, smile in your face, like everything's cool, and put thee in hope. Give you hope. Have faith in the wicked man, and not in the Most High. He will speak fair words to you, and say, what one is that? What do you need? I'll come to you for you. What do you need? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice, 2 times or 3 times. And at the last he will laugh you to scorn. Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. When he see you, he's going to forsake you and shake your head at you. Beware that thou be not deceived. See, we should know better by now. It's the end of the world. It said, beware that you be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. You know, playing around and stuff. This dude is serious. Even though he smiled, he's real serious. If thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself. Someone that's mightier than you, say withdraw thyself. And so much the more will he invite thee. When you act like it ain't important. I ain't never been caught up in celebrity. And I was in this industry. I never was caught up in no celebrity. Withdraw thyself, and so much the more will he invite thee. Press thou not upon him. Don't be trying to press upon him like you trying to get next to him. Get whatever he have. Lest thou be put back. Be told to get back. Embarrass you. Stand not far off. Lest thou be forgotten. See, don't go back too far, lest you will be forgotten. It says, affect not to be made equal unto him in talk. But see, that's everybody's like, want to act like they know something, or they want to be somebody. But it says, affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words. I already told you you're going to be a deceiver, a liar from the womb. For with much communication will he tempt thee. See? When you come to serve the Most High, what it say? Prepare thyself for temptation. So, for with much communication will he tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. Find out what you're doing. Or some people have been set up where they done filmed them doing wicked stuff. Oh yeah. They hold it against them. Yeah, we got you right here doing this and doing that. They might drug you or whatever. That's why it's going to take 1,000 years of Mashiach Shai getting these nations in order under the laws, statute, commandments of the Most High. Point blank. Ain't nobody getting away from this. You can run, but you can't hide. The eyes of the Most High upon the sinful kingdom. He's going to destroy from off the face of the earth, and he's going to destroy all them that don't want to do what he wants them to do. All you pastors out there telling people that they ain't got to follow the Most High. That's what you tell them when you say they ain't got to follow his rules and regulations, his laws. You're going to be put to death, straight up. Unless you repent and start to look at the laws and start teaching our people right. We jacked up. We really jacked up, man. Now, when you look at before we fell, before we went into captivity, slavery, and bondage under all these nations and being caught up in being a goat at this time and following the way of the world, Esau's world, go to First Chronicles, the 12th chapter, the 32nd verse. tells you about the tribe of Issachar dealing with knowing these things at this time when the Most High gave this to them, but he took it away. I mean, you're looking at going through having to deal with all these different philosophies and people that took them down and raped them, robbed and pillaged them. First Chronicles 12 and 32. And the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding, that's what they had understanding of the times. See, that they had understanding of the time. These tribes had some ability, special ability that the Most High gave them. And the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. The heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. You see, they knew about the times, man. Issachar had to understand of the times, when to plant food, when to have babies, everything we went to Issachar for. They had that understanding. That was part of what they did, and they knew about, just what they call the zodiac. They didn't made money off of and polluted it. Remember, it's all the foundations of the earth are out of course now, out of order. It's not decent in order now. So everything you're looking at now is about money and about the true understanding that they had at that time. But it's going to come back. You see? So you're looking at these leaves of this tree of life. It represents the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The Most High will put all nations in the order under the law of the Most High. Or they're going to perish. Simple as that. Either they're going to be in order or the Most High going to get rid of them. They're going to perish. Isaiah 60 and 12. One thing for sure, though, they're not going to have any control over Israel. Because we ain't going to never cry or be sad anymore. If we make it, Most High will. Isaiah 60 and 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Point blank. So, this is what we're looking at. Going to Revelations, the second chapter. And verse, 7. Revelation 2 and 7. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the garden, midst of the paradise of the Most High. This new Eden, the Garden of Eden. Those that believe and that follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, going to be blessed. Period. Just a moment.